All right. Before we start creating code, what we can do is install an acceptance test library, and that way we can create some tests that covers the basic functionality of the plugin, and we can run those tests from time to time as soon as we introduce new code or change existing code. Having those tests will ensure that we are not breaking the functionality of the plugin. Okay. We are going to use Playwright to create those end-to-end tests, and because we are also need to build assets, we are going to use the WordPress scripts package. This package includes many functionality, like allows us to build the asset, the JavaScript and CSS, also run linting to check the code, but also includes this test Playwrights here. That way we don't have to create to install the Playwright separately, so we can just install WordPress scripts, and it includes already the Playwright testing library. Okay, so we are going to install it. So to do so, we can just install this package. So npm install as a development dependency WordPress scripts. All right, now that we have the WordPress scripts installed, let's add some commands here to run the test. We can copy from here. Okay, and the first one is the one that is going to run all the tests, so we can use it like this. npm run and the name of the command. But before we run this command, we can tell Playwright where we want the test to be located. In this case, we want the test to be located in our test folder. We are going to create an acceptance folder, and our test is going to be here. And to tell Playwright where these tests are located, we have to create override configuration. And we can create a file playwright.config.json, and here we have to override the define config. So we have to export default define config. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. It's not JSON, it's JavaScript. Sorry, that's my bad. Okay, so now we can export the JavaScript. We have to create here an object. In this object, we are going to override the test dir with our test acceptance, and now we have to import this from Playwright. Import define config from Playwright test. Okay, so now we can create the test. We can create a new file here, and we want to test first the user subscription. So we are going to test this part that the user can subscribe to the site. We are going to call it this file user subscribe, and then here we can pass or either a spec or test. In this case, we are going to use test and then JavaScript. All right, now we can create the test. To create the test, use test from Playwright. Here, the name of the test, in this case, user subscribe. Then we have to pass a function here. Okay, we have to import the test from Playwright. Also, we can import expect because we are going to use it for assertions. And this comes from Playwright test. Okay, we have to make this function asynchronous by passing async and await here, await. And then here we can use a page because we're interested for now in visiting a page. So we have to get it from Playwright here, and then we can use it here, page, go to. And in this case, we are interested in visiting this page. So we are going to copy the URL here. And for now, that will be enough to see if everything works correctly. So let's run the test. Okay, and now the test passed. Okay. All right. So what we want to test is this functionality when a user here subscribes. Okay, so a user comes to this page and fill this form and then submit. Okay, and what happens is that here in the backend a new entry is created here. Okay, so we are going to replicate these steps but in the test. To do so, what we can do, because we don't know much about this how this HTML is rendered, we don't know exactly which kind of elements we want to check, etc. So one way we can do is using the debug. If we remember, we have this debug command here. We can use it. So basically we can pass it a debug here. And when we run this command, what happens is that the browser is opened and we have this console here. Okay, this is at the point we are now in the test. It's stopped here. This tool is for debugging, but also it has this record functionality here. We can click the record, and now, well, we can run it again, and then we can we can not move from here, but click record, and here we can visit the page manually. So localhost 8888. So this will point us here, and as you can see here now, this is recording all the steps that we are doing here are recorded. So we have just visit the page, it's recorded here. But if we click anything here, for example, if I click this, you see. Await page get rolled. So all of this information is useful for us to use in our own test. So a good way that will help us create the test is in this record mode, and then we can click stuff here in the site, and it will be it let us know exactly which element was used, etc. Okay, so let's try to replicate what we need. In this case, we need to fill this for whatever we put here, full bar, and we see that, and we are using here, let's put this a bit, okay, so for example here is a page locator. This is the name of the form that we are using, the ID, and then here we are clicking this placeholder, but also we are filling, so we are interested in this, because this is the one we need to fill this input with some data. Okay, so we can just copy this and add it in our test for now. So we can put it here, because this information is going to be useful for us later when we create the test. Okay, so okay, this is the browser. Okay, what else we need? We need also to click the button. Okay, when we click submit, we need to know which element is selected. So now, yeah, this is basically validation. I remember that was not working for some reason, so let's just copy paste from test.com. So for some reason it was not working, the keyword. So I just write it here, and then I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Okay, so but we're interested in what happens when we click this button. Let's click it, and now if we look at here, we see exactly what happened. So basically, it's selecting by role button, and then with the name submit, and then clicking. So this is what we want. So we are going to copy and add it here for now. Okay. All right. So the next thing we need is as soon as this email is sent, we need to check in the backend. So we will need to log in as an admin, because only admins has access to this page. So we need to log in as admin and then check if this value exists here, okay, in this table. All right. So now that we have this information, let's create the test. Okay. So the first thing is one thing I want to show you is, instead of having to write all the time this URL, so the base URL, we can also add it in our configuration files. That way we can just use this. We don't need to put every time the local host. So we can edit this in our configuration file. So we can use it like base URL. This is another one. Base URL. No, in this case, I think it's like use. Yeah, no. We have to override like this. This is the key, use, and inside this key, you have to use the base URL, like this, URL. And in this case, we can just HTTP our base URL, okay? In this case, it's local host. So now, from now on, we don't have to write all the time, so the test can looks like this, so we don't have to put it here, okay? All right, so the first thing we need to have is a unique email, because that way, if we create here a variable, so we can create, for example, a const, a name. Here we can use math random or something like will generate a unique ID or a unique string. We can also use, for example, crypto and random UUID. This will generate a long string that is kind of unique. So that's what we need. So we create this name here, and then we can use what we already have here, which is the field to fill the form input. Okay, and what we can do is we can use a string literal here, so like this. Okay, and here we can pass our unique string following by the whatever follows this, but we are using a unique name for this entry. Okay, that way we can later in the same test check this value exists on the table. Okay. Then we can use exactly what we have here, because this will click the button from this form. It will click the button. What else? And then, as I mentioned, we have to go to the admin, because now we need to log in as an admin. We can page go to. In this case, can go to the WP admin. Okay, and then we can. Well, we can just, I want to show you how can we get all of this information as we did before. So we can Control C to stop the existing running test and run it again, the debug. Okay. And now we can do the same as we did before, but this time click the record here, and this time we can log into so localhost 888, and we are going to log in as WP admin. All right. So now here is going to be showing all the steps. So admin and password. Click here. Okay, and now we are logged here but also we are interested in visiting this page. So let's click it here. And now we have everything we need here. So we can just copy paste all of this. Put it here. We can get rid of this because it's going to work. Then we can get rid of this because we only need to fill, so this is not needed. So we only need the fill part, okay, of this. So we are going to fill with an admin and password. Then we are going to click the button, the login button, and finally we are going to visit our the subscriber page. Okay. Finally, we need to check that this value exists on the page. So we can just await, expect. This is something we imported before here at the top. Expect. We expect that this page get by text, because we are interested in checking page.get by text. We are expecting this text exists. In our case, if you remember, we create this unique name here. We are going to pass it here. Name. And all of this needs to be visible. So to be visible. Okay. Let's see if we didn't did any typo here. We're expecting that the page, expect the page, get by text the name, so our variable, to be visible. Okay, let's run it again and see if we now, we can run it without the debug. So we want just to run the test and see what happened. All right, and it seems everything goes fine. We check now our table. We are going to see that now we have this. This is the string that generates a unique string, and basically it seems that the test worked. We can just add more. For example, if we want to see the browser open and see in real time what is the browser doing, we can add another script here that is called headed. This comes from headed. This comes from Playwright, and this basically will open headed. This will open a browser. It will be faster, but you can see how it looks like when the browser is opened. Okay, let's give it a try. You see? So it's very fast, but it is what it does. Okay, it basically opens the browser, fills the form, and save it, and then you can see it here. Okay.